Gaga opened up to Bill Gates in his Netflix series about an old rumor that she's really a man. Gaga, an outspoken advocate for the LGBTQ+ community, said she chose to ignore the speculation because, quote, what about a kid that's being accused of that? That would think that a public figure like me would feel shame. So what do you think of how she handled the situation? Mel, I'll throw it to you first.
I think she handled it probably the way that we would expect Gaga to handle it. You know, that's a particularly, I don't know if the word malicious, I don't know what the intent is behind that, but I think she handled it very, very well. I just think sort of in our situation when there's rumors or how do you handle it, I think the ideal version of Melissa would like to think that I would take a rumor or something like that and make it humorous.
Add to it? I was gonna say.
No, I'm not add to it. Maybe like take it and then just play with it and use humor. I'm not a funny person. I leave that to Jess Allen.
You're very funny.
I'm not funny at all. My daughter reminds me every day
That's a lie.
when she says I'm cringe. But anyway, my point is, what is my point here? I would like to think that I would be able to sort of reclaim the power and use humor to sort of twist it. And I think the higher version would like to think that, but to be honest, I don't actually know if I'd handled it with so much grace.
Right. Don't you think that like, ignoring it because people, even Anderson Cooper was asking her about this rumor. This wasn't just like a rumor started by trolls and seen on certain unsavory gossip sites. Like when Anderson Cooper is asking you about it in 2011, that's like kind of a big deal.
So
and
weird.
I love that she ignored it. She gave him cheeky answers back then, and she's only talking about it now, and I think it's really refreshing. She told Bill Gates in this interview that she didn't see herself as a victim from that statement, and that is really powerful. Why would she say anything? Because, so what?
Yeah. I mean, I think we've all had rumors spread about you. Like, I have a rumor that I've talked about ad nauseum. I've mentioned it on my podcast as well, that Jan Arden and I are a couple secretly. That's been a rumor for a whole period. Wow. And Jan and I love this rumor, and she ended up having a show on CTV for a while, and her girlfriend on the show was named Cynthia. And so this sort of just, like that's what I meant about adding it. It was just like, poke the bear a little while. But it did get a bit out of hand, I think, for a while, because Jason at one point said to me, if you're sleeping with Jan, I just don't want to know about it. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world, because I was like, no, we're not. But sometimes, like rumors, it's like you kind of just do have to go with it. It says more about, I don't know, people's curiosity. At least they're talking about you.
Curiosity, I think it's malicious, not curiosity. It's always, the intent at the bottom of that is always malicious. You're not spreading that rumor because you're just curious. You want to make this woman embarrassed or like say, oh, there's something about her that we just, there's something about her. And I was actually the victim of this by a friend who decided, because I wasn't getting married like everybody else, that she was convinced I must be a lesbian. So she went around to all of our friends in that friend group and she spread that rumor, even so far as to bring one of her friends who's actually a lesbian and have her sit across me just to see if she can gauge, like if she can pick up on it.
Like and one lesbian to another with their secret power.
So she did not know that I knew what was going on the whole time. And I didn't say a word because, first of all, why do I have to prove my sexuality to you? Who are you? Secondly, if I am a lesbian, so what? Like, if I was a lesbian, so what? And also, that rumor said more about her than it did about me.
Absolutely.
And I'll just, long story short, she was engaged to a man and then got caught in a lesbian love scandal years later. And I was like, so she was projecting. She was projecting. So never answer the rumors. That says more about them. Always go high. Do the Michelle Obama. Go high.
Some people call me a lesbian, and I'm like, oh my God, thank you. So nice. So funny. Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.